You could shoot video.
So let's give a big round of applause for Danielle. She said this is the first time she's done it in the full-length, hour-long format, and just any questions that you have, thoughts, feedback, and Danielle, do you have specific questions?
Yes, the first show was just from Jackie's point of view, just her words and creative nonfiction writing from myself based on her life and stories that she told me, and we used the framing device of the show. We'd like to do the framing device as the show in real time. But we'd also like to add some new threads, which we were trying to explore a little bit today. The thread of the food theme of how we feed people, and Jackie used to cook on the show, that's just developing. So we're thinking of a cooking segment and some things like that. So we started to introduce some of the food elements. How to theatricalize the storytelling is what we're working on, and what order, and how much audience participation, and so anything you could talk about the structure, if there were stories that really moved you, that would be very helpful to us.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, I saw both versions of this. And I think the first one was very linear and told a very linear and time-sense story. This is a little more dynamic. It misses some of the pieces where if you don't know anything about Coca, then you sort of miss some of the things that it's about. But I feel that there's more dynamism here than there was in the first one. The first one was good.
Yeah, but much smaller, right?
Smaller and tighter, but it ran in a very linear, almost not quite the predictable sense. This is not predictable because you don't know what's going to happen.
We know
We love it.
On the other hand, if you don't know Coca, you don't quite get the story, so you need a little bit more of the background. That's my feeling.
I don't think
Thank
it's
you.
better. No.
Thank you. No, we haven't started on the history thread, which we would like to add some political history and compare and contrast our contemporary time. I haven't started on that yet. I'm working now on the personal stories of people that are close to Jackie in her life. Rebecca, are you here?
Yes.
Would you stand up? This is Rebecca, the babysitter. So we just now, thank you guys. We just now got the interviews from Rebecca, I don't know, a week or two ago, right? So I did the gorilla film, and I guess I'd like to hear also, like, if the characters that are personal to Jackie, perhaps her sister, the babysitter, maybe the boyfriend, those personal characters, were on film, would that interest you?
Yeah.
No. Kidding.
Okay, great, that helps me.
Yeah, over here.
Well, just to follow that particular thread up, because there's a character with a personal connection to Jackie and also had a very prominent part of the show. At the end of the show, in the early days, that came in 1980. And that's the hash report, the weekly hash report.
Right.
So I think that would be a very sprightly little section there.
Put back the hash report.
You know, Mike would come on at the end, and one time on the show, Jackie asked me when I was interviewed, she said, "Well, do you have any complaints?" I said, "Well, listen, because it's an anarchy show, it gets out of control, and it cuts out the time at the end for the hash report." That was my complaint.
Gotcha. Okay, great.
Actually, the Pat report was on before that. We thought, what's her name?
Pam Lloyd.
Pam. We had the Pat report back in the 70s on the show.
Yeah, a few people dared to do it.
Your hair looks good.
So is yours?
I had a little piggyback comment about the personalization.
Yeah.
Like, so I just didn't know who Rebecca was. And like I think that with the videos, I agree that there could be more, and everybody agreed that there could be more, but since you don't have the background
Right.
of who these people are, as soon as we cut to that, I didn't know what was going on.
Okay.
But that would be the only, that maybe they require more setup.
Yeah. We did have a second video that didn't play. Rebecca has a degree in public policy, so I'm sorry that y'all missed that because it was a monologue about current politics and public policy, so somehow that didn't get loaded into the equipment, but next time.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just want to say, I don't have a lot of backstory. I just kind of, know.
No.
Yeah, and I understood so much. I want to be Coca when I grow up. Oh my God, I'm in love.
Dane, I think Charlie has a question.
Oh, yeah.
I really like that the other characters in Jackie's world are showing up in the
Yeah.
flesh.
Well, you wait, I'm calling you for an interview.
But Vincent,
What's great?
I just,
Yeah.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
you know, I just people don't know these people. I mean, of course she was and is the star, but there was a whole constellation of other stars gathered around her. And each of them had their own magic and their own charisma. I mean,
Totally.
Vincent, and
Well, that was my job.
that was your job. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, we're thinking about that, which the regulars on the show, thinking about me doing them, and the people who are personal to her, perhaps on film, and then the celebrities, if they'll give us permission, run the real clips from the
Oh, that'd be
show.
great. That
Yeah,
would be great.
if we can get permission.
Kathleen?
Yeah, like Michelle Shock.
That I think was relevant was Coca's arguing with the people in her life, because that makes the question, who's really running the life, and how is it shaped, and how is the point of view go? So to have the different people commenting on how they see her, and then her saying, no, this is how it is fabulous.
Thank
There are
you.
plenty
Yeah.
of arguments to go around.
It's a great dramatic tension that you want to wait for the next person to come in and see, and together all of them make this picture that we get that no one else gets.
So if we did a little better technically, Kathleen, you like Coca talking to the film?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I like that,
definitely,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
Okay,
totally
great.
dynamic. Go down and see Sontag Reborn.
All right, thank
And
you.
that's got Mo Angelos, that's young Susan Sontag arguing with older Susan Sontag on the same.
Do I want to see that, Miss Playwright? Should I wait and not see that?
No, you should see it.
Okay.
I'd like to say that I thought you did a superb Coca.
Yeah, that was my comment.
It will get better because we're spending more time together.
You got everything from like her phrasing,
Yeah.
her voice,
The pause.
little odd things. She and I have known each other since college, and we zooped off to California together. She should tell you some of the stories about California.
Watch out, I'll come to interview.
Did you have,
One thing I remember, I was in the audience a couple of times, and in an adjacent studio, I think they were filming like Robin Bird.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Robin is my cable sister.
And Gus had his eye on her.
No, my naughty cable sister.
Gus like Robin.
on right after you.
Absolutely.
We'll be sharing in the same room.
Yeah, she just shoot us out of there.
You know, somehow everyone remembers that.
yeah.
I thought you should have showed some clips of the show, like of Vincent and maybe a few, like special clips from the show to really get the flavor of the,
Yeah, we
the
plan to.
atmosphere.
Thank you, that's a great idea, we plan to. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not see both versions. I just saw this one, and I did feel that without a little bit more of the backstory on the historical part of public access, that
that's
other
good.
than $35 a week, you could do a show.
Gotcha.
Actually, you could do it for free if you submitted.
Right, yeah, that was just to do a live show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well.
$35.
It's just a little
So
extra.
I just felt it needed a little bit more of that.
Can I just kind of see a show of hands, if you didn't know Coca, and did you feel like you needed more history?
Oh, no.
Okay, that's good, because that,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, because,
Okay, that's
because I'm gonna write, I'm gonna go write, so how much
Yeah,
to offer
definitely.
is what I need to know.
You have to mention Tim Platt.
Absolutely. The guy that I work for at the studio.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And final.
I was hoping that you would mention Andy Hoffman.
Oh,
We,
I just saw him for a second, but it'd be good to bring up his name.
yeah, we have an Abby Hoffman thread, which I would love to pursue. Again, with work like this, everyone has to be on board, so we have to have permissions, and permissions from estates, and permissions from private people, and, to tell the story, but yeah,
We can do that.
That'd be great.
You have a thought too?
Oh, yeah, we've touched on this before, but I'd also like to see you portray some other characters, just the two, the main one and then the poet.
Yes.
I think you could add a couple more.
Thank you. It's on the hit list.
And how much of this besides, I'm assuming Peter, oh, we should give you a big round of
Oh, yeah.
So is Peter gonna, is this the format like for real, or is it just because it's put up, for the first time? Or?
Well, what a great question. When we did it, the short version, I busked the audience myself, so I waited to change into Coca so I got to actually see where people were sitting and things like that, and then came out as her later. But we're trying for a multidisciplinary artistic approach. We'd like to have visual art and film right. So this was about me trying out Rebecca's character and trying out to see what happened if we put some film on stage. Now, obviously, we don't have the right volume and and all that kind of thing in this environment, but just to see.
Well, besides the volume and stuff, and these two guys, this whole environment, it was just like buzzing with your show. She's back.
We
it's
love it.
Any way to keep the
buzz.
buzz. Yeah.
We want
total chaos.
Yeah. And that's sort of
more chaos.
Yeah. So I liked having all these people.
What John is gonna, what this video is for today actually is for us to apply for fiscal sponsorship so we can get a budget to do this show.
Oh, wait, I can take care of that.
Totally. And as you know, everyone, grant writers and granting organizations and stuff really appreciate a little video of the work as well as a script. So we're going to do that, and it has been suggested that if we had a real budget, that maybe multiple screens.
Yeah.
And so the audience could see themselves responding to the work. And
so we have time. You have one more.
Yeah, I don't think you should equate the war in Vietnam with the war in Afghanistan. Because the Vietnamese never flew planes into the World Trade Center, despite what we did to them. And as far as the reference to the Taliban goes, their revolution is just the opposite. There's no dancing, there's no music.
That's true.
There's no long hair, there's nothing.
I think when we
fucking Taliban.
I think when we pursue the, this is found source material, so I actually found that from someone online, so that's someone's, that's someone's sentiment. So what we're hoping is that when we pursue the historical, things, the historical thread, that we'll be creating conversations like that about.
We have another show, so we have to wrap it up. But if you have something,
this level.
yes, so please, yeah.
I was just going to say very quickly, I disagree with that completely. I was excited as hell when you started the whole thing with the Afghan.
Oh, thank you.
And I would say thank you for that.